Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLESFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you've probably heard some whispers, some rumors, and maybe even some outright reports about the potential for a blockbuster move involving the Philadelphia Eagles. And trust me, this isn't just some off-season speculation. This is something that could reshape the NFC East, and more importantly, the Eagles' defensive core as they look to defend their Super Bowl title and keep their championship window wide open. So, let's dive deep into what's happening, why it's happening now, and what it could mean for the Eagles moving forward. First, let's set the scene. The Eagles, coming off a remarkable 2024 season that saw them hoist the Lombardi Trophy and celebrate their second Super Bowl victory in franchise history, are in a unique position. They've built a roster that's both talented and young, with key pieces on both sides of the ball. Their offense, led by Jalen Hurts, Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, and the offensive line that has become one of the league's best, is as dynamic as ever. But it's the defense that has really been the backbone of their success, especially in the playoffs. The Eagles' defense was aggressive, disciplined, and opportunistic, creating turnovers and shutting down some of the NFL's most potent offenses. And yet, as we all know, NFL rosters are never static. They're constantly evolving, with teams always looking for that extra edge, that tweak or upgrade that could push them over the top or secure their future. And this offseason, one of the biggest stories in the league has been the Green Bay Packers releasing Jaire Alexander, one of the league's top cornerbacks, and a player who, if acquired, could instantly upgrade any secondary, especially one like the Eagles, which has been solid but could always use more star power and experience. Now, why is this relevant? Well, it's simple. The Eagles, despite their success last year, are always looking to get better. They've got young players emerging, quintessential in a roster that's built for sustained success. But adding a seasoned, proven playmaker like Jaire Alexander could be the difference between a good defense and a truly elite one. It's about stacking the deck, making sure that every unit on the team is equipped to handle the league's best offenses, which are only getting more explosive and creative year after year. Let's take a quick moment to appreciate Jaire Alexander's talent. Since entering the league in 2018, he's been a cornerstone of the Packers' secondary. His quickness, ball skills, and coverage ability have made him a nightmare for opposing receivers. In the 2022 season, he played in 16 games, racking up 66 tackles, 7 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions. Even in a somewhat injury-plagued 2023 campaign, he still managed to appear in 7 games, collecting 16 tackles, 7 pass deflections, and 2 picks. His playmaking ability is undeniable, and his leadership and experience could be exactly what the Eagles' secondary needs to elevate their game further. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. The Eagles are entering a phase where they want to continue building a dominant defense, one that can hold up against the league's best defenses like the Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, or Miami Dolphins. They've already got a promising young cornerback in Quinion Mitchell, who impressed last year and looks like a future star. Kelly Ringo, drafted last year out of Georgia, is also slated to be a starter opposite Mitchell. But as Bryant McFadden, the former NFL cornerback and now a respected analyst, pointed out recently, adding someone like Jaire Alexander would bring a wealth of experience and playmaking to that secondary. McFadden's take is straightforward. He believes that if Howie Roseman, the Eagles GM, and his front office can clear the medical checks and figure out the financials, going after Alexander makes total sense. The Eagles, after all, are in a championship window, and they've shown that they're willing to make bold moves to stay on top. The front office's ability to identify talent, maneuver around the salary cap, and make strategic trades is well documented. Remember, Howie Roseman isn't shy about pulling the trigger on big deals. He's done it before, and he's done it successfully. Now some fans might be wondering, What about the health of Jaire Alexander? That's a fair question. Since 2021, he's played in 34 games with some injuries nagging him along the way. Last season, he appeared in 7 games but still managed to produce when healthy, with 16 tackles, 7 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions. From what reports say, his current health status isn't a concern, and he's expected to be fully ready for the upcoming season. The only thing that might hold this deal back is the financials and the compensation involved. But if the Eagles see fit, they could offer a package that appeals to the Packers, perhaps a combination of draft picks and a player or two. And think about this for a second. The Eagles are in a position where they can afford to take a calculated risk. They have a lot of draft capital, a talented roster, and a coaching staff that's among the best in the league. Adding a player like Jaire Alexander isn't just about improving the secondary, it's about sending a message. It's about showing the league that the Eagles are serious contenders, that they're willing to go the extra mile to stay ahead of the competition. And as Bryant McFadden pointed out, championships aren't just won on talent. They're won with mindset, confidence, and a little bit of daring. You know, when you look at the Eagles' history, they've always been a team that's willing to make bold moves when it counts. From acquiring key players at the right time to trusting their draft picks, they've built a culture of winning. And in a league where the margin between victory and defeat can be razor-thin, having that extra star in the secondary could be the difference maker. Think about it. A guy like Jaire Alexander, with his ball skills and leadership, could be that final piece to a defense that already had a stellar season last year but is hungry for even more. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. Moving parts, injuries, salary cap restrictions, they all play a role. But the potential upside here is enormous. The Eagles could be making a strategic move to solidify their defense, to ensure that they're not just a one-year wonder, but a team built for sustained dominance. It's about stacking talent, about building a roster that can match or even surpass the defenses of the past that have brought teams to Super Bowl glory. And let's not forget, the NFC East is no longer just a two-team race. The Dallas Cowboys have made significant upgrades, and the New York Giants are improving year after year. The Washington Commanders are looking to take a leap, and every game in this division now counts even more. Having an elite corner like Jaire Alexander could be the edge that helps the Eagles dominate divisional rivals and carry that momentum deep into the playoffs. Now, for all the fans out there, I want you to imagine what that secondary could look like with Alexander added to the mix. Quinion Mitchell, Kelly Ringo, Jaire Alexander. Imagine the ball-hawking potential, the shutdown ability, and the confidence that a veteran like Alexander brings. It's a defense that could strike fear into any offense, a unit that thrives on creating turnovers and setting up the offense for success. That's the kind of team the Eagles want to be, and that's the kind of team that can chase another Super Bowl. Before we wrap up, I want to emphasize that this isn't just speculation. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and this could very well be one of the biggest. It's about taking calculated risks, about making bold moves when the opportunity presents itself. And right now, it seems like the Philadelphia Eagles might be on the verge of doing just that. So, Eagles fans, keep your eyes peeled because the next few weeks could be crucial. Whether or not this move happens, one thing is clear: the Eagles are not content to rest on their laurels. They're always looking for that edge, that extra piece that can help them chase another Super Bowl. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Jaire Alexander would be the perfect addition to this already talented secondary? Or do you believe the Eagles should stick with their current roster and focus on developing their young players? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. This is what makes the NFL community so passionate, so engaged. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and more inside info on the Philadelphia Eagles. So stay tuned, because the best is yet to come in this exciting offseason. Thanks for being with us, and as always, go Birds!